Hi everyone, welcome back to 3D CAD Masters. Today we will be drafting exercise number 1 on digital graph paper. This is what your finished product is going to look like. So let's go ahead and get started and clear this out. We'll begin in the top view with an 8x14 rectangle. As you can see from the 3D model of this object, there are multiple parts that have been taken out, which I like to call the extremities. We like to start from the most simple to the most complex, which is why we begin with a rectangular base. However, if you are a more experienced drafter, go ahead and remove the extremities as you're drawing it. This video and this instruction is more targeted towards our beginners. So once this base has been drawn, we're going to remove the 3x6 rectangle in the bottom right. I'm going to erase 6 units horizontally and 3 units vertically. And essentially, I like to say that I'm transferring the lines that I erased more in, if that makes sense. If not, I'm just finding a different connection point. So then the two plateaus on the left and right are two very simple vertical lines. No erasing to it, no measuring to it, just connect it. The one on the left is 3 units wide and the one on the right is 2 units wide. The harder part are the 2 holes. I've already set my circular template to be a perfect circle. However, whenever you start out with yours, it'll look more like a ginormous oval. Just use the top button to adjust the degree of the ellipses and use the left button to size the ellipses. The diameter of our circles today is 2, which is why they're so small. Let's go ahead and move on to the front view. This rectangle is going to be 14 by 6. I just want to take a moment as I'm struggling here trying to get the perfect line to go up to thank all our viewers and to thank all of our subscribers and really just supporting us. It means a lot. So, thank you guys. So, once I'm done drawing this simple, very easy, very simple 6-unit line, and then I'm done drawing the rectangle, I'm going to remove the hole in the front view of the rectangle to separate the 2 plateaus on the left and the right. I'm just going to kind of chop off the part where the left plateau meets space, and then I'm going to take my eraser and erase that line going right. And as we say, erasing a line means you're transferring the line because objects can't have a hole in it, right? So we're just going to transfer this 3 units down to create the base of this object. And then I'm going to extend the 2 lines from the plateau vertically down to connect everything. So next I'm going to show the hidden lines by using the 60% gray color. And I'm going to use my eraser to create dashed lines. It's very easy, very simple. So the reason I'm not creating the line that is visible when you're looking from the front, which belongs to the 3x6 rectangle, I'm not creating that yet because I would like to erase all the dashed lines in a straight line so that it looks nice and even. So then after that, I'm going to go back to black and create the line for the rectangle above. And once we're done creating that, we have finished the top and the front view. And then we're going to move on to the right view. In my opinion, the right view is always the easiest view just because you have so many references. Now we're going to use the 20% gray color and we're going to extend every single line from the object to the miter line, which is at a 45-degree angle, and I'm going to extend it horizontally from the top view and then move it down vertically. For the front view, I'm just going to extend it horizontally, but I like to start with the top view first to see where I have to end so that my gray lines don't cross onto my right side view object. And for everyone that is still here listening to this tutorial, why don't you make it easier on yourself and sign up for one of our classes simply by going to 3dcadmasters.com/classes. It's super easy and you get a free trial. And I'm sure if you impress our professor with this exercise, you will be golden for the rest of the year. So let's go ahead and, I pressed the wrong button. Oopsies. But now it is time for, you guessed it, another rectangle. The measurements on this rectangle for the right side view are 8 by 6. So really, you're just memorizing the length, the width, and the height. But in each separate view, the length is different, the width is different, and the height is different, just because you're using it for something, you're considering it for something different, right? So if you're struggling like me, trying to connect the lines easily, there's really no need to struggle that hard and click undo all the time. Just in the end, go back and fix those minor details. Take your time with it because that's how it's going to be perfect, not trying to be perfect like I am for the sake of the video. But as you've seen, I'm not. So now we're going to create those plateaus. So the plateau on the right is a bit shorter than the left one. So I'm going to separate them. The right one is on the front and the left one's in the back. And then I'm going to create the base by showing a visible line and then a hidden line. Remember, the hidden line has a 60% gray brush. And then we're going to create the hidden lines of the holes as well. So for the dashed line here, where the hidden line and the visible line for the rectangular base show, I'm going to create a hole between those just to show that those don't really connect. We really want to be clear when we're drafting so that it looks picture perfect. And once you're done with that, you've completed exercise number 1 of drafting. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us today, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye everyone.